Hello guys, and before I start the video, a little disclaimer. This guide isn't telling you how you should play this style. This guide is to help new people get into this style or returning players who want to get back into this style. With that said, let's get into this video. Okay, first things first, I'm going to show you the location of the style, so all you have to do is follow me. So this is the location of the bow spirit and the bow style. So while we're here, let me go over the passives of the class. So I've already maxed out this class, so I have all the passives. The first passive is Glass Cannon. You always take 1.25 times damage, always. But your damage is increased by 25% of all sources. That's pretty good. Artillery. You may now hold up to 4 arrows instead. And yeah, I guess that's supposed to elaborate more. I don't know if these passives, were fully typed out. But with that said, those are the passives of the class. This class does scale off of damage, so you'll want to be putting points into your damage stat. Some in health and maybe some in barrier because you will be taking a bit more damage. But yeah, there's nothing much else to say about the class. Now I'll show you a combat snippet of the bow class. I will be fighting the blue slime, and after that I'll tell you more about the class. Okay, so the bow class has 3 orbs that you'll be able to obtain and deal damage with. So the first orb of the class is the snipe orb. These orbs have names now, so I'll be referring to them with those. The sniper orb, when you collect it, does damage, and you have a 75% chance to spawn an arrow when you collect the orb. And the next orb we have is the arrow orb. Each time you collect the arrow orb, it gives you 1 stored arrow that follows you. As you level up the class, you will be able to store more arrows with the max cap of 7 arrows. The next orb we have is the quiver orb. The quiver orb gives you a bunch of arrows. Depending on your style level, maxed out, it gives you 5 arrows when you collect it, and it gives you a defense down debuff. You take 15% more damage for 5 seconds. Now that covers all the orbs. Moving on to the super gauge. When you do the super gauge, you fire all the arrows you have stored, each dealing 100% of your max damage. When you max out the style, you do more damage per arrow. Each arrow has a 50% chance to inflict defense down. This defense down is 5% per successful infliction, and it can be stacked, so if all 7 of your arrows hit and they all proc defense down, you'll have a 35% defense down on your target. The next passive of the super gauge is called penetration. With each arrow hit against an enemy's shield will do 25% more damage, and 25% of that damage will deal directly to the enemy's health. Now moving on to the passives of the class. This class slash style has no passive. So yeah. With that said, I hope this guide did help you, and I hope you found it useful. If you did, make sure to share it, like it, leave a comment, and yeah, make sure anyone who needs to see this guide sees it. And with that said, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.